the next presentation, I would like to call Mr. Biraj Boruah. Sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would not like to make it very boring or lengthy. I would like to keep it crisp. Could you please put on the presentation? Talking about today's theme, Nari Shakti to Jal Shakti, and also the technological interventions. So, with respect to Jal Jeevan Assam, we have already implemented a project monitoring tool called as JJM Brain. And this JJM Brain is one comprehensive software wherein we have tried to capture the dynamic data of the scheme, the procurement process, the stakeholder data, also the e-billing system, the e-measurement book, also the data that has been added by the external stakeholders. So we will move forward. This is the brief agenda that we will be going through very quickly. We are, of course, looking at one-stop portal to manage all these features. That is why JJM Brain, we are getting real-time updates as on date. As on date, we have in Assam over 28,000 schemes wherein the data has been fed, and the data of the stakeholders, the data of the water quality, the data of the procurement and financials have also been incorporated inside. We are doing the functional assessment of the PEWSS from the data that is being fed here, and we are also able to do the preventive maintenances from the taking references from the data that is already there. So, if you look at this picture, on the left-hand side, these are the features. So, we are capturing scheme details. We are trying to capture the IoT automation. As of now, we are trying to pilot automation of the pump operations and not of the distribution line in Jal Jeevan Mission Assam. We are also trying to capture the GIS mapping of the pipeline distribution network. We are trying to capture the lab details, asset management, and public grievance redressal system. On the right-hand side, the names written are of the stakeholders. These are internal as well as external stakeholders. If we have a look, this is how the dashboard looks of the JJM Brain. So on the left-hand side, if you have a look, we have home, news, notices, meetings, etc. Then there are dashboards of the state, of the divisional dashboard, and also of the district dashboard. If you have a look, the pie chart represents the progress of the third-party inspection agencies who are actually doing the physical round of inspection after a contractor raises his running bill. If you put your vision down below, there are some cards wherein the cards will show you the count of that particular feature. So total number of schemes, completed schemes, ongoing schemes, handed over schemes. These all are clickable. Moving on, there is also as you all know, in Jal Jeevan Assam, we are tagging the sources and the water supply schemes. We are geotagging them. So the lat-long locations are shown on the map. Along with this, the other details are also shown. Generally, what happens in our government schemes when we are implementing, when we are reporting to our higher-ups, we are generally reporting to them in terms of financial and physical progress, in terms of percentages. However, in Jal Jeevan Mission Assam, we are trying to capture item-wise progress. So we accept binary yes or no feedback from the field regarding the asset-wise progress of a particular scheme. So this is another module in this particular portal wherein we can schedule the meetings among the stakeholders. We can also upload the minutes of the particular meeting. We can have a proper calendar. Moving on. So this is another module called as assets. We are trying to capture the assets of a particular scheme. We are trying to capture the life cycle of a particular scheme. Let's say there's a raw water main pump, there's a clear water main pump, there are electrical panel boards. Of course, there will be certain warranty cards and other documents associated with them. We are trying to capture them so that later on, when the operation and maintenance is going on in the scheme, these documents can be referred to. Moving on, this is just a snapshot of the list of such assets. Another special feature we are trying to capture is the litholog. So for all the groundwater-based schemes, we are trying to capture the cross-sectional image of the various soil layers when we are doing a deep tube well. This is a PDF-based image, which is then downloaded and printed for final bill submission. I'll just give you a look of how the PDF looks. So the process of capturing the litholog starts from a mobile application. This mobile application is used by all our grassroots level functionaries called the sectional officers or the local area engineers. They do the data entry into the mobile applications, and then they again go to this portal via their own login and generate the lithologs. So via the litholog, we are trying to capture the category of pipeline, the type of pipeline, the distance covered by that pipeline, and also the soil strata. Moving on, we are also trying to capture so we have our labs in the divisions and the subdivisions. We are trying to capture the stock inventory. We are trying to capture the details regarding transfer of stocks among the labs. So this is another module added into our own portal. This is how it looks, the page for creation of an item, list of stocks, transfer of stock from one lab to another lab. Okay, so we have also started doing the GIS mapping of all the distribution pipelines. It is quite difficult, so what we have done is we have utilized the services of the contractors, the civil contractors. They are using a mobile app and they are basically walking over the already placed pipelines, and then we are trying to capture the lat long. This is how it looks in our dashboard. These dots are basically the field FHTC beneficiaries. So the contractor will be moving to the field and he will be going to the households, and then we are capturing the lat and long of these households. When you hover your mouse over your cursor over the pins, you will get the details of that particular FHTC beneficiary. This is another list of beneficiaries that we are receiving from this activity. This is a page which we are planning to do. It is, as of now, it is not in implementation. So as I mentioned earlier, that we are launching the IoT automation for the pump operations inside the premises of the scheme. So we'll be capturing some data regarding that in our particular module. Some of the assets, their statuses will also be shown in this dashboard. The daily power consumption by a particular scheme will be trying to capture this via this IoT automation devices. This is another initiative taken by Jal Jeevan Mission Assam. So each of these schemes are basically having a unique QR code printed against them, and we are printing 3 sets. We are pasting them with an acrylic sheet, installing them at the physical site of the scheme. And this is acting like a digital information board. So if you have your phone right now, you can also scan this QR code. You will basically get the information, static as well as dynamic details of that particular scheme. And also you'll get details of the stakeholders that are involved in running operation and maintenance of these schemes. So we are trying to also incorporate the public grievance redressal system via this QR code, so that the person does not have to call a call center. He can directly go to the scheme, scan it, and then lodge his complaint. This is how the dashboard looks for our grievance redressal system. This is the report section, nothing to talk about it. This is there in every MIS system. Okay, so as you know, Jal Jeevan Mission Assam, when we are implementing in the field, it is very important that we have the support of the district collectors. So we have provided them with their own login so that they can have a view of their own districts. These are the tickets or the cards that are shown to the district collectors. So in our state, we also have another portal called as SMT, that is the scheme monitoring tool. We have completely made the billing system online. So the e-billing system as well as the measurement book that is being recorded by the engineers earlier has now been shifted. This activity is now being captured by the contractors. So they upload their e-measurement books using a mobile app, and then that is scrutinized and verified by the particular local area engineers. And accordingly, there is a hierarchy and there is an online system wherein the contractor, once he raises the bill, within 1 month, we guarantee that he will get the payment into his account, provided all the details are there. So this is one module wherein we are finally, let's say there's a scheme wherein there are 4 running bills. When the contractor will submit his final bill, the final completion report will be always submitted by the district collector. So we have given the online login to the district collectors for submission of completion report. So these are just some snapshots of the module. So in Assam, as you all know, not only in Assam, in fact, all over India, JJM is one mission or one project wherein we are not providing land compensation, right, for the land that we are acquiring and utilizing for pipe water supply scheme. So in the absence of such a procedure, what we have done is we have requested the landowners to donate their land to the department for social purpose. So there is a process in our own Assam Land Revenue Regulation Act called as relinquishment. So under this relinquishment act, the applicant will go and he will apply for donation of land. So we are trying to incorporate this into an online portal. So this is how it looks. Moving on, we are also trying to develop an analytical dashboard. So all this dashboard and portal, we are trying to make it very user-friendly, and it should be readable to a layman. That is how we are trying to visualize it and make it, so that we are trying to keep the technical terminologies to a minimum. This is how the analytical dashboard looks like. Okay, so another initiative that has been well appreciated by the Ministry of Jal Shakti as well as DDWS, and they have actually, the education department has rolled it out as a national policy, is an initiative that was initiated by Jal Jeevan Mission Assam called as the Jal Doot program, wherein we have involved students from class 8 to class 12, and we have designated them as water ambassadors, and we have utilized their capacities for learning as well as capacity building, and also to create awareness among the masses. So we have involved students from class 8 to 12. We have enhanced their capacities. We are trying to create a sense of community ownership. As you all know, Assam, as it was mentioned earlier in the morning, that Assam is reeling from floods. So it is not a water scarce state, it is a water abundant state. To create that sense of dependability or that demand for water is another big challenge for us. Therefore, we are utilizing the capacities of not only students and other stakeholders also to create that sense of demand. Why we need Jal Doot program? How it is done? So basically, we have a concept called as Jal Shala. So this is a 2-day activity program for the Jal Doots or the students. So basically what they do is, on the day 1, they have a theoretical class. On the day 2, they are taken to the pipe water supply scheme. They are shown the scheme, how it functions, etc., etc., etc. And then they are onboarded via a WhatsApp bot onto an online system. And on that online system, via the WhatsApp bot, they are supposed to take quiz. They are supposed to take questions, and they are supposed to give their feedbacks. And post they are done with this activity, they are also involved in regular weekly activities, which we generally publish on the Friday of every week. And then these children provide their feedback over WhatsApp. Accordingly, what we do is we place them on an online dashboard called as Jal Doot dashboard. Accordingly, these children are not provided any monetary incentive. Of course, they are provided with points. Like it's a gamified version, so we provide them with points. So we are teaming up with the SSA, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. We are teaming up with the Assam Science, Technology and Environment Council. We are teaming up with INREM Foundation and Reap Benefit Foundation for this activity. This is how the dashboard looks like. So this is the methodology we are following. We are to discover the problematic areas, we are to investigate, we are to solve, and we are to share. This is the fundamental methodology we are following in implementation of Jal Doot. This is just an example of a successful Jal Doot program. These are like DIY projects we are giving to students. So in Majuli, this is a district. Majuli, if you refer to it, it is the largest inland island in the world, river island in the world. So this place, there is no water scarcity. So of course we had to create demand for water, for JJM water. So using these Jal Doots created awareness, and then they have agreed. There are a couple of schemes wherein the FHTC beneficiaries have agreed to pay the water tariff. And we have, of course, given them water receipts. You can see the old lady holding a receipt of the same. Some of the snapshots of their training. We are giving them pamphlets, Jal Doot diary. We are giving them kits so that this can create a sense of ownership. This is the part there were some other pictures I am unfortunately unable to show, but I can share it with the group. So Assam has been reeling with a severe wave of flood. Interestingly, Jal Jeevan mission, although the taps have been inundated, but the fag end of the tap, which is above the water, has been able to provide safe drinking water to the flood-affected people of Assam. And that is, I think, is commendable for the initiative taken by Jal Jeevan Mission Assam. Thank you.